Hey guys, figured I'd make a quick video here to share a couple suggestions with you. In front of you is my AR pistol, nothing fancy. It's got the Anderson lower and the Palmetto upper. It's True Glow that a good friend gave to me on it, but again, nothing special with it. And I bought one of the Olight, the PL-Mini Valkyries a few weeks ago, not when everybody else bought them on July 27th during that flash sale. I bought mine July 12th, and basically I got the same deal. They actually provided a code that gave me 40% off, and again, July 12th. You can see it says 7/12 there as well, but it brought it down to that same $47.97. Well, anyways, I've already got the Streamlight on one of my pistols, and then I've already got the Enforce APL-C on another pistol. And so with the PL-Mini, what I decided to do was mount it on to my AR pistol. And it works really, really well. I have not actually taken it to the range to test to make sure it's going to stay on with that. But as far as mounting on the rail, as far as functionality, it's exactly where my hand would be. And the function is unbelievably easy. It's just, basically you just put your thumb underneath the little lever there, and it's super, super easy. If you just want the momentary, it's just up and release, up, hold, release. If you want the constant on, but the placement works really, really well. And just so, just so everybody knows, no magazines in that, and the bolt is back and everything's open there. And then, I don't know if my camera will pick this up here, but I'm gonna turn this little, it's a dual color red and green dot. See if, I don't know if that'll show up there or not. There it is. So it does not affect or interfere whatsoever with the dot. You can still see it perfectly. You can still see through. Second thing I wanted to show you here. I bought that little M&P22 Compact at Smith & Wesson a few months ago. I've taken it to the range a few times. The first range trip I actually had some issues, and I think it was just because the magazines were so stiff, the springs were. I kept having rounds that instead of going into like the feed ramp, they'd pop straight up and then would kind of get hung up in the ejection port there. But after I've shot a couple hundred rounds, that has not happened anymore. But the problem that I do have, every single time, every 10 rounds, every magazine, this stupid thread protector comes loose. I mean, it almost falls off every single time. And you shoot 10 rounds and it's almost completely like off. There's like one thread left or it's on the ground. So then after 10, I have to spin it back all the way on. I shoot the next magazine and it's all the way back off again. And I guess it's a pretty common complaint with a lot of threaded barrels. And so I got on a bunch of forums and started doing some research, and I looked on YouTube, and there weren't many suggestions on YouTube other than taking like blue Loctite, but I don't necessarily want to do that. So what I ended up finding, one guy on one like chat forum thing suggested an O-ring, and so I have a bunch of these little types of flashlights, like the little AAA flashlights, and they have O-rings that look like that right there. And so it's going to be very difficult to see. But what I did was I actually put one right there, and when you tighten this down now, you get to a certain point and you start feeling resistance, and then you turn that a couple more times and it snugs that thing up so tight you can almost see like the O-ring start to like squish out the side just a little bit. And I have now put 150 rounds since I put the O-ring on it, and it has not worked loose one time. Silencer Co. actually sells something similar. Basically it's a thread protector that has an O-ring built inside of it. And I don't remember the cost exactly. I mean, I think it was like, I don't know, $15 or $20. It wasn't like super expensive, but I couldn't find anybody else, and there weren't any other videos. But if you have a thread protector that keeps coming loose, just get a little teeny tiny O-ring and put in there. And my fear at first was, well, this thing gets super, super hot, and this is obviously just like a rubber O-ring. But if you think about the head of a flashlight, how hot that gets, you know, these are designed to withstand a lot of heat. And again, after 150 rounds, it's perfectly fine. So just wanted to share those couple things with you. Yeah, those Olights will basically mount to anything with a rail, you know, and they come with the couple different keys. And then just wanted to share that O-ring idea. If anybody else is having it, what a lot of guys do is they go to the range and they just take their thread protector off. They shoot their rounds, and at the end, and they put it back on. Well, I'm afraid, like my range is out in the country, and sometimes you gotta put stuff inside of a building, then you have to go outside to shoot. We've had to use chairs out in the field of the range. I'm afraid that I would end up losing that, and that would piss me off. So so far this has worked out great, and if it does break, I mean, I can get like 100 of these for just a couple dollars. So all right guys, thanks for watching, I appreciate it.